Can that person mute, please? No, don't worry, I'll do that here. So, I would like us to say one or two things about IT stuff. Does anybody here have knowledge of what we are about to start before and after or now? So you can unmute and say something. Let me start with Adesat. Yeah. So do you have knowledge of IT, web development, or anything? Adesat, are you there?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. I salute you.
Okay.
Actually, I am also into tech, so I have a little knowledge about what we are about doing, but I wish I have more deeper knowledge about it by the end of this training.
Okay, good. What aspect of or part of tech are you into? Hello?
I'm into computing. I study computer science, and I'm hoping into machine learning and a little bit of AI.
Good.
So,
Machine learning AI, is that what you're doing for now?
of course, I'm into teaching, but
Okay.
in teaching line we do have area of specialization and the like. So,
Okay.
I'm into machine learning, knowledge representation in general, and the likes, which are also embedded in artificial intelligence.
Okay. Good. I did machine learning when I was doing my master's as well. I know much about machine learning, so I even did one project like that during my master's, using machine learning, using MATLAB to detect face recognition, plant disease recognition. I think you understand better like that.
Beautiful.
So let's move ahead. So who else want to say something? Who else? Say again.
In addition to that,
Okay.
Concerning this web design, I think I don't know. Maybe when we started, we discussed further. Just let me keep mute for now, because I did a little thing on web design too, but as I've said before, I need a deeper knowledge. Like maybe creating a database and how the database will be communicating the front end of the company.
Everything. Don't worry,
I need
we'll
to
discuss
front end
everything.
development, but making it to become a full stack developer is what I am actually hoping for.
Don't worry, we'll discuss everything here. We keep learning. So let's keep that. I think who else want to say something? Who else want to add to this? Who have knowledge of IT before?
I don't have that much knowledge of IT per se, but I've done like a few courses on business analysis.
Okay.
And I have written use cases, I've done the Aziz and to be sort of thing. Okay. And I've actually done like what's it called? I've drawn a system, like literally put a system together, configure the system. Okay. Just by writing user story and acceptance criteria, both for the front end and the back end of the system, like how we want the system to perform, what system is currently doing, and what we want the system to do. So I've done that in the past, like, dummy projects that we've actually, worked with developers, but I'm not a developer, but I've worked with them. Yeah. So I've done that. But I'm now going into AWS as a consultant, but the administration side, not the developer side. Okay. So that's what I'm currently looking into. So
yeah, that's cool. AWS, yeah. I do much of AWS as well. So
my brother. See, there's a reason why I joined this class. We need to talk. We need to talk. Please, we need to talk.
But I've not done the the certification part of it because
yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, you want to do the certification part of it.
Yeah, but anyway, let's discuss after the class. Let's discuss.
Okay,
after.
we'll do that later. So
All
thank
right,
God. Alhamdulillah, we are moving ahead. So I want to say something else. Who have knowledge of IT that we can just brush through before we start this class? Nobody? In 2 minutes time, I will accept that nobody else into an IT. So I wanted to remind us that this class is basically for a new, let's say, a JJC into web development. What is web development? What is this for? Like something like that. Not the middle candidate or middle class, somebody that has been doing it before. If it is somebody that has been doing it before, it has a level that we can just try to start something from there so that we won't start everything from scratch. So let me share my screen so that we can dive into the class properly. Give me some minutes. Yep. I'm sorry, the app is coming up little by little. Okay. Yep, so give me some minute, let me share my screen. Yeah. Share some. Okay. Good, good. So can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Good. So let me start with this. As we all know that we are doing web development. So I think a lot of people know here with our discussion, I think you know some little thing about me. So I've been doing this for some time now, and I'm into this for a while. I don't want to say something about myself because it will sound like Steve is saying something like, so professional web design, front-end development with 7 years of experience using several ways of developing interactive human interface, and also web content management, IT project management, so, and managing Chrome Code IT company. Like that is my own idea, my own website, my own company that I'm managing, because I do work for people. I collect contracts, so I design website for them, and I start from start to finish. So in short, that is my own company. I do web development, anything on IT in my capacity. So this is my website. You can just go through that to check my services. So we are not going into that. We're diving into web development in general. Before we can dive into web development, I would like us to know some basic thing about web development. If you can't hear me, please try to notify me so that I won't go off the line. So before web development, there is something before that. I want us to understand the basic thing before that, and which is internet. We all know internet. Some people know internet as internet. They don't know what is going on internet. What is the meaning of internet? So as I've designed and defined everything here, the internet is just a global network of interconnected computer, like we all know. So, and other devices use standardized communication protocol to exchange data and information to allow us to have access to various resources, including website, documentation, multimedia, content, and other things like that. So in basic, let me just say, internet is just a communication of communication between two network. Communication between two computer, from one computer to another computer. It doesn't mean if the computer is in US or is in Canada or is in Nigeria, even if the computer is beside each other, as soon as they can communicate to each other, it is a network. So let's take it like that. Then move forward. Internet server. There is something that we call internet server. As we all know, some people will say, okay, oh, it's on server, it's on server. Some people are just hearing server, server. What is server? And what is computer? What is internet? So here, server is, let me say, server is like a storage device, like a place where you keep your data, you keep a lot of things, and then you now have internet one side, as I have the image here, then a computer in one side. So if a computer is connecting to the server through the internet, the whole thing is called communication, internet communication, because the computer is having access to the server stored into the server. So the data stored into the server. I think you're getting my point. So we have server on one side and we have browser on one side and we have computer on one side. And there is a communication between both. There is some procedure that we need to take before we can communicate with the server. For example, if you design a website on your local host, which is on your local computer, you will need to upload what you design, your code, everything into the on your server, from your local host to the server, so that other people can have access to it. So the communication between them is also called an internet, because you are interconnection. So let me stop in that. So don't let me go too far. So then, introduction to web design, as we are here for. So a web design or web development encompasses and is the creation of, planning, implementing a website or a web application. Some people normally misquote something like a website, a web application, a software development, a website software. Everything that they are saying is the same thing. If you are saying a website, you are also saying a web application. So a web application is the same thing as a website. I don't think you get my point. Are you there with me? So if you have any, okay, good. So, and also we can say a web design focus on craft, starting something from scratch. So if you're starting something from scratch, that means you don't have any template, you don't have anything, you just have what you are intended to design. So then you now work towards that. So developing a website means you are starting something from scratch, something that some people needed to have access to. So you are starting it from scratch. So give me some minute, let me accept this person. Oh. Sketching. Oh. It's been a while I use this. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to accept this person and okay, yeah, join. So I'm sorry for the break in transmission. And a web development or web developer work on technical implementation, writing code using language like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I know some people don't don't understand all this what I'm saying, but don't worry, as time goes on, you understand everything. In short, if you want to develop a website, we have different languages using to develop a website. We have different languages using to write a code. So a basic one that you can't do without it is using HTML, CSS. HTML, CSS is using all these, I mean, these languages is used to craft the front end and some behavior from the front end. Also JavaScript. JavaScript is used to design or to implement some actions on the internet, I mean on the website, like when you click to submit, then some action that will say, okay, you've not filled some form, you've not all the interaction on the website. JavaScript is used to do that. So I'll be discussing the languages that will need to do all those things. And also there's difference between front end and back end. Front-end development is a part of the web development or web design or web application that you see on the front end, like the interface that you see, the website that you see. When you click, you see this menu, you see this window, you see all those interaction on the internet. That is what we call front end. But the back end of web development that we are saying is when you are dealing with the database, when you are dealing with the action at the back end, the interaction between the front end and the back end, the interaction that will collect the data that you send from the front end and store it to the back end. That is basically the back end side of the function of the web development. So there's the difference between front end and the back end. So let's have that in mind. But we are starting with front end first. As time goes on, when we finish with the front end, then we now go back to the back end. We move to the back end, then we do everything together. Then we proceed like that. So next to the tools that we'll be using. The text editor that you'll be using, if we are starting this class today, we assume that we all have everything in stock, like on our system. So everybody here, we need to have what we call Visual Studio Code application. That is what we are going to be using to write our code. I will show you how the application is, and also I will send the link to the message chat on the Zoom application so that you can have access to it and download the application before the next class. So, and if you don't have access to this Visual Studio, you can download Sublime Text. It is also a text editor that we can use to write a code. Some people use Notepad++. Some people use a lot of text editor like that. And some people use Atom, JetBrains, Notepad++, Brackets. But we are going to be using Visual Studio, which is VS Code. Most people call it VS Code. So I will send the link to the chat message, or I send it to the group so that everybody can have access to it. And also we will be using CSS. CSS, it is an application, sorry, it is a style sheet code that we use to design the color, how the interface looks, the color, the font, the fantasy, how it's fine, the beauty of the website. It is done by CSS. Here we'll be using CSS, and some other web development parts use Tailwind CSS, other things like that. Don't worry, we'll be diving into that. I don't want to say much about it so that you won't be bored about everything here. And also JavaScript framework and library. It is also what we use to develop a website. This framework, all this framework, React.js, Angola, Vue, jQuery, Ember.js, we are also using all these framework to design or to develop a website. We use all these things as a background, then we now use HTML, CSS to build on them so that the application can run the way we want. And also, based on the back end that we've said before, that we discussed before, these are the tools that can be used to design a back end of the website, which is Node.js, Express.js, the Django, Ruby, Laravel, PHP. So we can use all these tools to develop our back end. So it is not necessarily you know everything. If you can know Node.js, this one, Node.js, React.js, CSS, and HTML, you are good to go. You can do both front end, back end, using all those things. So API development tools. This API stuff, it is developed to have access to the between the database and the front end. So we can use API to call function, to call data from the database. So it's as communication. All these tools are used to develop a website as a whole. So if you are a front-end developer, you should know HTML, CSS, all this framework, and the how to use API to call a function from database. So these are the database that we have. I think the most recent and acceptable one that people use for now is either you use MySQL or you use PHP or use MongoDB. And MongoDB is the world biggest database that is widely used for now. Right now, most developers are using MongoDB. MongoDB, then MySQL. So all these tools are being used to develop a website. The interaction, how it is, how things goes, how the beauty and effective everything. So are you there with me? Am I making sense?
Yes, we are with you.
Okay, thank you. So sorry, I think somebody, okay. We don't have anybody to okay, so web development tools count. Okay, continue. There's some tools that can be used to develop a website. Those tools make your work faster in development. We call something CMS, content management system. A content management system is a let's say is a tool that is used to develop a website. All these tools will make your coding work faster. You don't need you won't need to, let's say you start from scratch, writing code from scratch, writing the templates from scratch, do everything from scratch. So once you know how to use WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, other framework like that, it makes your work go faster. Most websites being developed today, most of them are using WordPress. I will show you how to know a particular tools that are being used for a particular website as time goes on. I will show you so that once you open a website, any website, any fair website, just click on that application. Click on that plugin. It will list everything, all what they use to design the website. You will see everything, and also you can some code as well. But we won't go to that for now. So then graphics and design tools. You see, based on graphics and design tools, a web developer doesn't need to know graphics and graphic tools, because it is another profession aside, because it is also good to know, but it is not necessarily you know it, because a web developer, it is meant to develop a website. You are not meant to be crafting your head. Okay, how do I design the front end? But on the front end, shaking pictures, okay. Or can I put the text?
I think is that not the reason why they have business analysts to do that?
No. Business analysis is different from that.
Yeah, but then if business analysts also they also do the graphic when they put when they sketch what they want the website to look like, and they tend to know where the picture should go and all of that.
That is not work of business analysis. From what business
the
analyst?
project I did, we had to do that.
Yeah, they just chip in. It is work of what is the name of this
UI UX
product?
UI
Yeah,
UX designer.
thank you. Yeah, UI UX.
Product designer.
Yeah, we're project designer. Yeah, but we had to do it.
Product designer. They are the one that will do all those things. UI UX. They are the one that to do that. If business analysts are doing that, you are just you are putting something, you are going into something that you're supposed not to go to. So you don't need to do that. You are doing extra work. It is not your work to do that. Even if you are doing that, it won't be professional as the person that is doing UI UX, because the person that is doing UI UX knows everything. Is going to know color combination, is going to know text combination, font combination, how to make everything look good. UI UX is doing that. So product designer, if you are doing that, fine. It is good to have the knowledge.
Yeah, I've done it before, and we do the color and everything. The banner.
So you don't need to do that. If you are doing that, you are just doing extra. So it's good because you need to analyze the products as well. So don't let us dive into that. So development and hosting platform. So we have different development and hosting platform, but the one that is widely and use now is either use AWS or use Microsoft Azure or use Google CloudFront for a server, for a standard complaint server. It's either use that. So, and you can also use what is it called? GoDaddy, some cloud services that serve people how to host.
What about Salesforce? Can you use Salesforce?
Say again?
Can you use Salesforce?
Salesforce. I didn't get that. Can you type that?
Yeah, Salesforce.
Is it Salesforce or Salesforce? If I can catch that, because I don't know. I didn't catch that clear. Let me see. Okay, Salesforce. I think that it is hosting platform as well. I think we can use that as well. Yeah, we can use that as well. So we have different hosting platform where we can host our website. So as a web developer, you need to know the sequence, the procedure of all those things. When you finish your own coding, when you finish your own development, your design, then what is next for you to do? To check if your code has an error, try to build your code. Okay, everything is fine. Then move everything into server. Okay, what platform can I use? Where can I host my platform? Where can I host this? And before you can host as well, you need to analyze the cost. I think you're still going into that, but let's leave that for now. You're still doing introduction. So the next one is the language that I've mentioned before, which is HTML that we'll be using to develop our website. So this is the sample. I don't know if you can see my screen clearly. So can everybody see my screen, please?
Yes, you
hello.
can see.
Yeah.
Yes,
So this is the syntax, the tags for the HTML. So this is how it looks. Then we write everything, all the code that I wanted to write. We write everything between the body of the tags. So we're not diving into that for now. I'm just doing an introduction today. So we are doing introduction to see how things going to look like. So interface like this is what we are going to be designing. They're going to be designing an interface like this, like Facebook interface, Yahoo Mail interface, other website like that. So you're going to have a reference. a website reference that we'll be working towards. So we'll do something like that. So after finishing something like that, I think we should be able to start our own exercise or own project. And before that, each class we are going to be having, let's say, small exercise. So we won't forget everything that we've discussed. So the career path, I think most of everybody here knows the career path of the stuff. You can be a web developer, you can be a web designer, and there's a difference between a web developer and a web designer. The reason why I said there's a difference between them is because a web developer is expected to know the front end and the back end. I don't know if I'm making sense. Can you hear me, please? So you are expected to. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
We
thank
can
you.
hear you.
Okay, thank you.
We
So
We can
get
hear
it, sir.
you.
yeah, a web developer is expected to know both the front end and the back end. And if you are a web designer, you can design the front end and some of the back end, not everything. There's no issue with that. The company that employ you knows that you're a web designer. You are just here to design some things, not full stack, not full everything. So, and also a front end and back end, definitely you are a full stack, you are a web developer. Then a full stack developer role is also all this career role is what is channeled to it is what is channeled after this after the course. So this is what I wanted to remember before. UI UX interface, then UX designer. If you know a little bit on how to code and you are a UI UX designer, I bet you are going to be extra genius, extra products, because you will know how to design a beautiful UI UX, and you even code some that will make your client or your employer have much interest in you, that wow, this guy is a good product. So you can be UI UX designer after knowing how to design a website. You can say, okay, I don't want to be doing this. Just let me stay with UI UX. Let me just go and do UI UX. And if you have knowledge of web designer, doing UI UX is not going to take much of your time, because it is Omakekere from web design, web developer, and so it is very easy stuff to do. So next is education and training option. After doing everything, if you wanted to be in this role, I think you will need to have some training, like having some certification. So to show your employer, or to show somebody that wanted to employ you, or somebody that you wanted to work for, because some people believe that if you don't have an education background of, maybe if you are not a computer science department, or if you are not a computer engineering, you cannot end up doing a web developer, and which is not true. But if you have the skills and you don't have the background, it also have some little disadvantage, because some people will now see your CV and say, yeah, you are a developer and you are not this, you are not that. They will not even wanted to give a chance for interview. So just try to have some 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 little certification. Maybe do the certification on Coursera or Udemy. Just one or two certification. That's good. It's okay. So career growth and development, I think we've discussed that. So this is our curriculum that we wanted to work towards. I don't know how long it's going to take us, because I don't want to rush. That is why I said, let's have 8 weeks for now and see what we can finish within 8 weeks. If we are able to finish everything within 8 weeks, fine, we're good to go. And if we are not able to finish within 8 weeks, that means we extend the classes. So we're going to be discussing the HTML in general, introduction to HTML, the HTML tag, basic heading, paragraph styling and formatting and commenting image, list block, how to design the template. Then we now move into CSS, how to style, which is either we style with inline CSS or we style with external CSS. We are going to discuss everything in this curriculum, and also we now dive into JavaScript to complement the HTML and CSS. With this curriculum, I think you should be able to do something on React, on Node.js, on everything. And also, I still have a plan to add PHP. If you are good in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP, I think you are good to go. You are a developer. So that is my aim and objective of this class and the curriculum that we are working on. And after we finish this, we are going to dive back into the CMS that I've mentioned before. After this class, I'll teach you how to match the both together to have to complement the CMS that we've mentioned, which is content management system, WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, how to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP with WordPress. So also, yeah, we'll be discussing database, MySQL database, and introduction to CMS and everything. So thank you. That is what we are going to be doing. Today is just an introductory part of the class. And if anybody have question, so let's crash the questions now. And then next class, we are starting the class in full. And before next class, I will urge everybody to install VS Code on your laptop. Number one, I don't think it is advisable to use tab because the specification and what the application is going to be holding and the driving force of the processor. So it is not good to have tab to do that. I don't know the configuration of tab, depends on the configuration of your tab, but I don't think you can install VS Code on your tab. And if you can install VS Code on your tab, that's if you can install VS Code on your tab, and if you can install maybe Notepad++ on your tab, and I think you will be running a server on your laptop, on your tab. If your tab can run a local server, you are good to go. So you are good to go. If your tab can run a local server, that is the clause. And that is why I advise everybody to have at least a laptop. Just have a mini laptop. If you have a mini laptop, you are good to go. You can do that. So that is the end of my presentation for today as an introductory part of the class. And if you have any question, so let's dive into question. Wow, I'm fast. This is 9. I think 1 hour, good. So let's use the 30 minutes or 1 hour to trash everything that I wanted to trash them before we close for a day and prepare for the next class. And before that, as I mentioned, I will send the link of everything that you needed to the group. Before we end this class, I will send the link. So you can copy the link, download the application on your system, or you download it on your tab that you wanted to be using if your tab can run a local host server. Because what we are doing after writing the code, we are going to run it. When running it, it will look as if it is a website that you are accessing. So, and for your system to do something like that, it's going to be on high configuration, not just a tab. So that is why I said it is preferable to use a laptop, even if it is a small laptop, like a small configuration of laptop. So it is good to do that. So that is the end of my presentation. If we have any question, I think we can start asking question now. So let's do question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I think
my name is
you came in late.
I came a little bit late, not very late.
It is very late because we started the class around after 8 or something, so I can't remember.
No, I started with you.
Seriously?
Yeah. I started with you because I met you at the point of introducing yourself.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's good.
So not very late. So my name is Abdul Latif, Happy Home, and basically I don't know anything about IT, so it's like I'm a novice just coming in, and inshallah. But please, I actually want to know, when is the next class?
The class is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something. If I'm not mistaken.
Monday to Friday.
No. It's not Monday. It's 3 times. 3 times in a week, and I'm coming. Let me just take something because I have a lot that I'm doing. That is why I don't.
In fact, that's why I'm asking. Some of us already have some class. Classes scheduled. So that I don't want to miss this actually.
Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah.
8 to 9, right?
8 to 10. The reason why I said 8 to 10 is because
I have a class tomorrow, 9 to 10 p.m.
9 to 10. And that is why I said it is better for us to be recording the class, then we now send the class to where you can have access to it. So you can even join us. You can join after your class, then you catch up. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
It's like I'm the only man. It's like I'm the only man in the class.
No, I have a lot of people here. Good evening.
Sorry, I came in late, really.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask the full meaning of HTML and that CSS that you showed us the other time.
Cascading style sheet.
Okay, what about HTML?
Hypertext markup language.
Okay. Hypertext what?
Hypertext markup language.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, do we still have any questions? Okay, give me some. Let me just try to.
Why am I the only man? Why am I the only man in the class? Why?
Maybe because today is first class. So yeah. Are you afraid?
No. If I'm the only man, I'll be the class chairman, because yes, be the only man here. Atawaku, Samosurat, Aja Fasilat.
You are not the only man now. The instructor too is a man.
No, he's an instructor now. He's not a student.
I'm a man. I'm a student too. I'm still a student.
Aisha.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, sir. Hey, programming la mama ṣe báyìí Olúwa mi o.
Mona Aisha, late. Next class, Emma catch up. Once you record the class, you want to post it to the group. So, really catch up with Google miss.
Okay, thank you.
Instructor, lecturer, I don't know. Suggest what kind of laptop? I mean, the core and all. Suggest the that is best.
Actually, it depends on what you wanted to use the laptop for.
For the class, definitely.
If it is basically for the class.
Yeah.
I think if you have Core i5 2.0 processor, 16 gig RAM, 512 hard drive, it's okay.
Okay, about at least sorry, about at least sorry group.
So, it's okay, sure. So
yeah,
I'll send it to the group.
So I'll be able to know.
I think that one shouldn't be more than, maybe for now. I don't know the situation of the economy because everybody low babo. Maybe
no, actually on eBay you will still refurbish that as low as £80, £90.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You need that lọ fún èyí tó genuine.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That is why I said Wi-Fi, because it will not slow down when you are running something. Any mason, it will slow. So you'll be seeing your results immediately.
Go for i5.
Wi-Fi is okay for now. Because anything lo pen more now. I to do go yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. Wi-Fi 16 gig RAM or 8 gig RAM. You can still manage 8 gig RAM, but 16 gig RAM would be better.
8 is not okay. 16 is okay. 16 upward is okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Jerry. 16 upward is okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Thanks very
much.
Alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Okay.
Happy home, So, instructor, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yafa, Sisawa.
Yafa ti bínú.
Yafa má bínú. Salaam alaikum má bínú.
Ayé sọ̀tún àbákàtí. Wọ́n kẹ́yìn náà ó ṣe ti dábàá yẹn. A máa gang up against wọn.
Pàdé mi Fatima.
Ìyáàfà yẹn fọkàn balẹ̀ tán bá kí sísá Fatima àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa yanjú ẹ̀.
Ti mi àti Fatima a máa pàdé ní back end. A máa pàdé ní back end. Ẹ jábẹ̀ sí máa lo computer language nísìnyí back end.
Salamu alaikum.
Instructor
wa lecturer wa ṣé Apple ó wà okay pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ mo ṣe I don't know pro ìmọ̀lẹ́ ìtẹ́lẹ̀ gbé fún mi.
Ṣé Alhaja Miriam jẹ́ kó lè ṣiṣẹ́?
Okay. Definitely. Mo fẹ́ kàn land ní kí n tó sọ̀rọ̀. Yeah. That is why I've sent this the link below. This link, chat. So depend on your machine. So if you're using window, window ni OS in low. So you download the window. Let me even show you so that there won't be any miss download. Yeah. So I think you can see my screen now. So
yes.
When you get to that link, this system in by window, just download window. This system in by Mac, just go for Mac. So I think we have the two. Is either your system is Windows or your system is Mac. So then check the configuration. If your system is 64-bit, download 64-bit. Depend on your processor. System in man low AMD, system in man low Intel. So let me even go more. Yeah. Okay. I think it's going to be good. It will work. Let it download instant. They need it. So it will download this way. Then after download, I command double click it. My install from it. So about it install on my buy. So about the front can you buy? Am I worry? The next class. I'm gonna set up everything. Everything my share. So
good for Lekabo.
Yes, sir. Apushe.
Yeah.
So do we have any question or anything so that we can prepare for tomorrow class? I think
that's okay. That's the link. That's the link you dropped on the.
Yeah. The link for that
okay.
VS Code.
Link. Yeah, about the copy. About the.
Eko copy fi sí URL or eko click lórí ẹ̀gàn bó ṣe wà ńbẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ti click lórí ẹ̀gàn báyìí ó máa lọ sí ó yẹ kó lọ sí browser. Tí ó bá dẹ̀ lọ browser eko copy paste sí browser.
Ìyẹn lórí laptop àbí?
Yeah, lórí laptop. Tẹ́ bá ṣe lórí phone gan ó máa gbé yín lọ síbi download yẹn kò ní install lórí system yín ni but ó sì máa download sórí phone náà because download ó máa download sórí phone but kò ní lè install sórí system sórí phone orí system nìkan ló lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Yeah. So.
Where's the link? Is it gonna be? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the link is here. Just copy the link, paste the link on your browser, and it will show you the application.
Because I'm using my phone, so
yeah,
I'm gonna paste it in the group just.
It is easier. Paste in the group.
Yeah, I'll leave it in the group. It'll be easier for me to get it there.
Yeah. Okay. So on group by. So I think we don't have anything to do more than call it a day for now. Hey, who is coming? This is I want it to come out. Wow.
Come on,
late come.
Yeah, I think Alaja Nurat is just coming in.
Yeah.
Freelance in Mama, if Mama le.
So that is what we discussed for today.
Sorry, good evening.
So good evening, everybody.
Yeah,
good evening. Please, I want to ask if I'm using a Chromebook HP. I don't
know.
You're
Hello?
using a Chromebook?
Yes, HP. So I don't know if it's going to be compatible.
Definitely.
It will be compatible. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
All right, my name, Bo.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Ìgbà tí kíláàsì parí lẹ́yìn wọlé.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Ta ló pa?
I'm sorry.
The reason why the class is
I want a class captain.
Okay. In class today is an introductory part of the stuff. So I think about $1 doing coding and introduction and other things like that. Oh my God. So
Ekale, everybody.
So class.
Yes, Ekale, happy home marriage. Class ló pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ báyìí. Ẹ má bínú pé mo pẹ́ dé o.
Èmi nìkan lọkùnrin class yàtọ̀ sí good fellow. Everybody class.
Ẹ̀yin mẹ́ta lọkùnrin. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀.
Ọkùnrin fún happy home.
Àníkà instructor.
Ọkùnrin lèmi náà.
Even tẹ́ bá ní kẹ́ mú wa gan kò tí ì pé mẹ́rin so ẹ ti kìíní so ṣe ti di báyìí kò tí ì pé.
Ṣàánú wa. Ajá Fásilà tẹ́ ẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀. Assalamu alaikum.
Wọ́n wà níbi iṣẹ́.
Bóyá wọ́n wà níbi iṣẹ́ yà.
Okay.
Aleykum salaam. Mo ti délé ra ni wọ́n wà níbi tí mo wà ní. Ẹ kálẹ́ gbogbo ilé o.
Ẹ kálẹ́ ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o.
Yes, ma.
Mo ti get kọta sọ. Kò download lórí Apple tablet. So.
No. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wò. Ẹ share screen. Can you share your screen?
I'm going to try it.
No, I can't because I'm making a host.
Oh. Ori Apple abi?
Yeah, but tablet is a microbook.
No.
Yeah.
But kí ni error tó ń gbọ́ ẹ kó lè lọ?
Ó kàn sọ fún mi pé ó ní kí n copy but síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ kò ṣe copy.
No, there's a way you should. I'm coming.
I thought as much.
Àwa táwa ní laptop tá ní táàpù kí la wá fẹ́ fi ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí o.
Wọ́n ti ní ká lọ get mini laptop mọ́mí.
Wọ́n ti ná compulsory mà. Wọ́n náà bá ìṣirí gbogbo wa, èmi kò ní. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní táàbù lè ṣiṣẹ́, mo bí táàbù ọmọ lè ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀.
Ó lágbára o. Gúfẹ́ làṣẹ wà ń bẹ̀.
Yes, ma.
Ẹ̀yà ara kẹ́ sẹ́ndì ẹ̀sẹ̀ ní kankan wa o.
Stop. Ọ̀dà báwọn.
Ló bá parí.
Ipa wọn kà.
That would be great.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah, la wa dúró de tí kíláàsì wa parí.
Instructor, sir.
Yes, sir.
About things. Other things. Share my lati wa. My lati.
Me going on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Break the lane.
Tabati.
Shame going.
Going.
Okay. Mo going soon.
Shame going.
Yeah.
So, share my laptop. Wa share my lati.
Share my lati kini. Hello, mi gbọ́ ṣe máa ní láti ṣe kí ni?
Bóyá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì yẹn break.
Yeah, happy marriage yẹn break up.
Ẹ text ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Network lọ́rin lẹ́ ń lò ní happy marriage.
Kó ṣe ti lọ́rin ti Ìbàdàn náà ń lò. Ìbàdàn náà.
Wọ́n gbé Ìbàdàn.
Wọ́n gbé lọ́rin náà. Wọ́n gbé lọ́rin náà.
Wọ́n súnmọ́ lọ́rin, wọ́n gbé lọ́rin bọ̀ wọ́n súnmọ́ lọ́rin.
Wọ́n gbé lọ́rin náà láti bo síbo tí wà ní nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì.
Ó sọ̀rọ̀ síbí wọ̀ọ̀dì náà bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní
Ìbàdàn ló fò lọ síbẹ̀. Nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì Ìbàdàn náà yá lò lálẹ́, òun ló fà.
Alájà Àjọkẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ṣe máa ń ta sí àwọn Ìbàdàn. So wọ́n wá yọ̀rọ̀ lù wọ́n lálẹ́. Citizen àbúrò ànáwó náà wò àwọn náà wá sáré sọ̀rọ̀.
Àtà.
Ẹ má bínú, ẹni tí ó download ti Mac lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ṣé ẹ unzip ẹ before kẹ́ tó install ẹ?
Mo try láti mi ò unzip ẹ, mo kàn click on the link. Mo wá lọ sí Mac.
Ẹ click lórí Mac yẹn.
Ṣe fún Apple tablet.
The third one. Mo kàn ní kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ try ẹ̀ òní mi náà bó possible kó má lè ṣiṣẹ́ bọ̀.
Yeah.
Ẹ try láti unzip folder yẹn because ti Apple yẹn ó dà pọ̀ wà zipped. So ẹ unzip folder yẹn.
Okay.
Ẹ bá unzip ẹ kẹ́ wá try láti install.
Báwo ṣe máa unzip ẹ ṣé mo máa click on
ẹ click lórí ẹ̀ bí pé ẹ kàn fẹ́ select nǹkan. That is why mi sọ pé tab ó máa rí bákan. Ẹ ṣe share screen mi kẹrin.
Instructor sir.
Wọ́n ti send message, wọ́n ti send question.
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ náà ni Happy Home ní pé ṣé a máa ní the internet ní next class.
Ṣé a máa ní the internet?
Fún tab, definitely.
Fún next class.
Internet.
No. Internet tí wọ́n need. Ṣé wọ́n gbọ́ mi sìn?
Happy Home,
okay.
I'm here.
We're going to be needing internet for now. No. Láti ṣe class la fẹ́ ṣe, you don't need internet.
Okay.
In as much tẹ́ bá ti download VS Code, mo ní kẹ́ download yẹn kí ni eléyìí. The VS Code will be able to run a server. Ó máa create a server fúnra rẹ̀. It encompass with server. Ó máa create server fúnra rẹ̀. So ó máa run bí pé ẹ wà lórí internet ni. Even tí laptop yẹn ò bá wà connected sí internet, you will still be able to do something. Ẹ máa ṣiṣẹ́, ẹ máa code, ẹ máa ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. Tẹ́ ti get báyìí. But fún class láti join class, definitely ẹ máa need the internet láti join class. But láti ṣe class.
Téèyàn ti download nǹkan tẹ́ ní ká download prior to the class.
Yeah, sure, definitely, yes, okay. Yes. Yeah. So kò ní ìdí kẹ́ ní internet fún class fún exercise tá a fẹ́ máa ṣe. But láti connect mọ́ class, ẹ máa need internet. Yeah.
Ibo la ti wá máa download
My
question is, hello sir.
Yeah.
Question tèmi ni pé ṣé a máa lo both the system and the phone ni àbí a máa ṣe same lójú kan?
No, ó depend lórí medium tẹ́ fi join class. Tó bá yẹ pé phone lẹ fi join class, definitely ẹ kàn máa fi phone gbọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ ni.
Okay, a máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí system.
Ẹ lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí system tó bá convenient.
Okay.
Because ẹ máa ní láti máa wo nǹkan tí mò ń ṣe lójú screen.
So the best thing ni kí n ṣe méjì lójú kan.
Ẹ lè ṣe lójú kan because tẹ́mi bá ti ń ṣe mi máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ rí. Tẹ́mi bá ti wá ṣe tẹ́ bá ti rí, màá ní kẹ́yìn náà ṣe. Màá fi screen mi lé o máa wà open. Ẹ máa rí nǹkan tí mo ṣe. Then ẹ̀yin náà máa ṣe. So tẹ́yìn náà bá ti tẹ́ bá ti get the same result. So then we proceed. So ẹ̀yin lẹ́wà mọ bó ṣe máa wà convenient fún yín láti okay jẹ́ kí n fi phone join. Then fi phone join kí n máa fi system ṣe. Okay tó bá convenient. But tó bá convenient, ẹ use the system. Ẹ kàn máa divide the screen yín ni into two. One for this thing and one for the...
One for the class and one for the...
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma. You're welcome, ma.
Ẹ ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí gbà pé àwọn tó wà computer literate lẹ́ ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Àwa tá a mọ nǹkan kan gba computer kí la bá la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe.
Yes, ma. Kò sẹ́ni tó mọ anything pa computer bí báyìí o. We are just starting. Everybody now mọ anything bí akọ̀ṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Nobody knows what we are doing here.
Ẹni ká download kí lẹ̀ ń download.
Nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ má bínú nítorí pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ ni.
Torí àwọn late come.
Mi ìfẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi pé wọ́n late come out.
Títẹ́ ẹ bá rí kẹ́ ẹ pè mí o, mo gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ ṣáà mi, ẹ carry me along, that's what I'm after. Ẹ bá pè mí late come, kẹ́ ẹ pè mí late coming.
Ẹ má bínú. Let me just do the summary of everything.
Thank you, Jare.
We discuss nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe ń bí. We discuss everything, how we are going to go about it, and what we are going to do. A mọ̀ pé a fẹ́ ṣe web design, web development, fine. Kí la fẹ́ fi ṣe? We discuss some tools tá a fẹ́ fi ṣe, and ara àwọn tools tá a máa fi ṣe nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe òun ni a ní ká download yìí. So tẹ́ bá ti download application is an application. Tẹ́ bá ti download application yẹn máa fún yín ní chance láti lè máa ṣe gbogbo exercise tá a fẹ́ ṣe, láti lè máa rí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ń ṣe at the same time. So that is the basic thing lórí ti nǹkan tá a ní ká download. But we've discussed.
Application yẹn bó la ti wá fẹ́ rí.
Tẹ́ bá ti copy link yìí, ẹ wo group chat. Fún àwọn tí copy sí group chat. Ẹ copy link yẹn, ẹ paste ẹ sí browser yín. Tó bá yẹ pé window ni tó bá yẹ pé window ni laptop tẹ́ ń lò, window operating system. Then ẹ máa click the window which is the first one lápò òsì. Then tó bá yẹ pé Mac ni ẹ ń lò, ẹ máa click the last one tó wà ní right hand side. So ẹ máa download ẹ. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ti download ẹ fún Mac, ẹ máa ní láti unzip folder yẹn because wọ́n zip folder ti Mac. So you unzip the folder, just double click on the application. Kẹ̀dẹ̀ run ẹ pam ó máa lọ. So it's very easy to do. Yeah. So tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ rí anything, tẹ́ bá ti install ẹ lọ, during your installation, if you are seeing something that you don't understand, just send everything to the group. Just snap it. Okay, what can I click? What can I do here? Just send it. I paste as a group. Automatically, my response in. So for everybody to have install it, for anybody that wanted to install the application, if you are facing some challenges installing the application or you get to a stage, okay, is it option A, option B, let's install because our application normally option okay, email, but just normal English. Tabatika, it's my ring conti on try like so edemon kotefe lo fun. So, but on the other hand, if I understand, just snap it, do the screen grab, send it to the group, then I'm a papo. I saw option the mom.
Thank you.
Please, I'm trying. I'm try along by here, Joe.
Yeah, it's okay, no problem. If you download Abby. Window and low Abby. No problem. No problem.
But we need internet to download.
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
But can't me more? Let me see.
I tried move.
The application is 95 megabytes.
Bimbo.
Hello? The application is 95 MB. Tí n bá ní pé mo copy application and mo send it, see.
Bimbo.
You are still going to use the same data láti lè
So to download
download
it ọ̀dọ̀ tiẹ̀. No.
Okay.
Fóònù mo ń lò mi lè tán laptop báyìí mo ń lọ bí iṣẹ́.
Yeah. So this one. Ẹ ti install ẹ̀. Àbí?
Ilẹ̀ ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ àbí? Èmi mo
Ẹni tó-
send nǹkan tí screen mi bọ́ tó show.
Yeah. Yeah. Ṣebí ẹ ti install ẹ̀ tán àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ download ẹ wá install ló gbélé wá àbí?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Ẹ kọ click lórí ó ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín láti choose the team tẹ́ fẹ́ lò ní.
Yeah.
Like èmi like kí screen mi kó black. So tó bá yẹ pé light screen lẹ fẹ́ ẹ kọ click lórí next light one àbí anyone tẹ́ fẹ́. Then
Use
you
black
next.
because of your eyes.
Yeah, so something like that. So kò ní lè máa ṣe kí ní sí yín lójú. So then you move forward. I click lórí choose the team. So about clicking, then select and then you select light or anyone. Then next section.
Ta ló fẹ́ yá wa laptop báyìí o?
So dark.
Ẹ yá méjì mà, ẹ má yá ẹyọ kan, ẹ yá méjì.
Laptop, èló lẹ máa san ká sẹ́nẹ̀ sí.
Ibi tọ́rọ̀ ti dé iye tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ gbà ni o, happy home marriage. Torí a nídìí urgently báyìí.
Íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì Nàìjíríà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí, íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì fẹ́ connect mọ́ laptop o.
Ó ga o.
Ṣé ká continue lè lọ́la ọ̀tọ̀rọ̀ èmi fẹ́ lọ kírun.
Yeah.
Zoro ti tó ń bí báyìí.
Ishai got to Wally Bibi, so
Okay.
so let's call it a day.
Instructor wa.
So let's call it a day. Ma?
Instructor, where are you streaming for?
UK.
Teacher UK lá ní o. Àwọn teacher tó gbóná nìyẹn.
Ẹ má bínú ma. Òtútù mú wa bí àgbo náà. Òtútù burúkú
ni. Ẹ gbóná ẹ ń yorùkú.
Ká ní Nàìjíríà ni mo wà ní. Mò ń gbóná nìyẹn. Bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yìí mò ń tutù.
Òtútù sì mú bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni. Tis well.
Ó sì mú díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà but a ti ń wọ summer.
Abayín lára mu.
Àmì ma.
Ètò ti tutù jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ ẹ ti là kọjá náà.
Yeah.
It is well with you.
So, amen, ma. Do we have any questions before we close for today?
Question tó wà náà ni
actually, I don't have any question. I only have a
You only have what?
I have a commendation. Pé ẹ ṣé gan ni o. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
If I'm going through all the curriculum, by the time tá bá fi máa ṣe tán, I'm very sure pé a máa hot.
Definitely. Yeah, it's
I hope we are able to finish everything.
You'll be able. Even my intention is for everybody to be able to, even if you are not doing it as a services for people, you should be able to design your own business website. Like, okay, my website business me really
for people.
Even I said even if you don't want to, and you can even so you can even do that. Yeah. So, I mean,
and I love the way you itemize everything. The way you itemize everything. If we can finish all these things, no.
We should be able to do that. In 2 weeks' time, I think we should be able to finish all the HTML. Yeah.
So fast. So
I think we should be able to do that. So if we follow the trend. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
Thank you so much, Ami.
Please. Instructor, sir.
Yes, ma. Yes, sir.
Where is screaming?
Yeah. Yes. Definitely, but you click download, you go to download. I go to download, you go on my download lemage. I check it download.
Okay, so what's give me by telling me I click download the by again. Window
again, Abi. Be system using you to download, but it's okay. I check the browser in. I check it download, maybe browser in your okay, right hand side. I check it download. So folder can go to my download. Okay, this folder is downloading.
Okay, on.
Yeah, I on download lower. Yeah. Yeah, yes. So to buy download to, I can install it by.
Fatima. Is Fatima not there?
Yeah. The network is bad.
Yeah. So, to the next class, Emma, I will need to be waiting for, everybody. That's why I need the same pace. Only my deco the 10 Kato Pari class. So today when you sound paying between 8 to 10, should be able to do something meaningful. So before tomorrow, everybody shout it, download. So we'll be able to move faster. So Alhamdulillah. We should call it a day. I think we don't have anything to talk about anymore. No, you can be doing it. Ever seen any I send us a group chat here. I send a CBM, Mama replying that anyway. So
okay.
Yeah. I'm replying there.